This video is going to explain how to make a reflected face with Geometer Sketchpad. Now, the aim of this is for you to learn how to use Geometer Sketchpad so that when we use it further on in the school, you will be able to use it to learn a lot of stuff about maths, and you won't be worried about learning to use the software. So first of all, we're going to go onto the polygon tool. Now when you click on these, the ones that have got little arrows on them, you can select a sort of variance on the tool, and we're going to go for this one, the outline polygon, and I'm going to use it to draw this shape. And you double click on the last point and it will finish the shape off. Now I'm going to draw myself a circle, and I'm going to draw myself another polygon. So I click, 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 and I want to finish there, so I'm going to click and then click again. Yeah, double clicked. Right, and this sometimes happens, in which case you just need to go and click back here if it goes funny. And then I'm going to draw yet another one. Double click. Right. Now you might have spotted, but that's half a face, so you can change the colour of these things by right clicking and changing the colour. And when you're happy that it's how you like it, or when you can fill the circle in, the way you fill the circle in is by clicking, make sure nothing's highlighted, and then click on the circle and you're going to construct the interior of it. And that's how you fill in a circle. I'm going to make it a light blue. There we go. Right, so I've drawn half a face and I'm going to reflect it. So there's my mirror line. Now, to tell the computer it's a mirror line, I click on here, this is a selection arrow, and I double click on it, and you should see those funny little things. I'll do it again so you can see. There we go. Now, I'm going to highlight all the things I want to reflect. So there we are. You can reflect the mirror line as well if you want. And when you've highlighted everything you want to reflect, you transform reflect. And there we are, it's reflected. Now, that was fun, but this is more fun because the whole point of these programs is that you can dynamically alter the geometry. You can play around with it and get a feel for what's going on. So, as you can see, I'm just going to adjust my face so it meets up nicely. Okay. Now, once you've done that, and feel free to spend a bit longer on it than I have, make a better job of it, I'm going to animate it. So to animate, you can animate any object. Now, if I click on this and then go to Display, Animate Triangle, then the triangle wanders around randomly. And that's amusing for a short time, but it's pretty boring because it looks rubbish, basically, doesn't it? So I want to stop that, so I click on the Stop button. Now, whenever your screen gets into a bit of a mess, you can just undo on this. So I'm going to undo Animate Triangle. You could use Control and Z if you're familiar with the keyboard shortcuts. There we go, and it takes me back to before the mess was created. So what I really want to do is I want to do a controlled animation. So I want to make this end of the eyebrow move up and down like that. So I'm going to have to create a path for this point, and the path is going to be a straight line. So I draw the straight line. Notice the gap here. Now I'm going to merge this point onto the line, and that's on the Edit menu. Merge. Now, if this is greyed out, it's possibly because something else is highlighted. Let me show you. Just say this point was highlighted as well. Notice merge is greyed out now, and this is a common thing with the program. So if anything's greyed out, click in empty space to unselect everything, and then just reselect the point and the line, and you should find it lets you do it. Now when you click on it, watch what happens. It's now merged. This point is attached to that line. Now I can't move the point off the line, but I can move the line around, and I can change the length. Now, the thing I'm going to animate is just this point, because this is the trapped point. So I highlight just that point and press play. And now I've got my controlled motion. And I can adjust that controlled motion. I can change the speed of it. I select the point, and I can reverse it. Okay, so you've done that. I'm going to make the mouth move now. The mouth I'm going to have a different path for. I'm going to have a circular path. So I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to merge the point onto the circle. Notice I've not got anything else highlighted. There we go. And now when I press play, that's going to go around the circle, and that's going to create circular motion. Something a bit different. And there we go. Finally, I'd like to tidy this all up, so I'm just going to hide all of these things which are kind of in the way. They're not really part of my drawing. And only do this right at the very end, display, hide. And there you are, you can see that you've got the face without any of the bits, except I have got this thing here, haven't I? And that's it, that's how you create a reflected face.